From the rich green hills of Northern California to the southern coastline of Los Angeles, this is the Coast Starlight.
Welcome back to San Jose DIRIDON Station. Today, we are riding the Coast Starlight again, but not to San Luis Obispo like last time. We're going it all the way down to Los Angeles Union Station.
Our trip starts here at San Jose DIRIDON Station. We'll be going down all the way to Los Angeles. However, the station master tells us that our train is 1 hour and 3 minutes late. Normally, the train would be arriving on track 1, but according to the radio, the dispatcher told the train to arrive on track 5 due to the numerous weather conditions and delays. We are leaving San Jose DIRIDON Station at 11:56 instead of the usual 10:26. The train being late is quite normal for today, since the weather for the morning was quite foggy, making the train be having to go at restricted speeds. But the conductor promises that they'll make up time for our trip. We'll see if Amtrak can make it or not. The trip to Los Angeles is pretty much the same as our last trip, except the fact that we saw Caltrains at Gilroy Yard. And you may notice these white cars are ex-Michelin cars bought by Caltrain in 2016. Besides that, we also got pretty lucky at the Elkhorn Slot Reserve. We saw a tiny little oyster just sitting around the river.
This is where we last reported. San Luis Obispo is like my second home. My dad visits here whenever he has a chance. He likes the beach down here, 10 minutes south of here. Let's continue our trip from here down to Santa Barbara and Los Angeles. Are you ready? Then all aboard the Coast Starlight.
Since our train was 1 hour and 6 minutes late, and we had to deal with the winter daylight saving time, instead of seeing the sun set at the coastline, we saw it set at the cornfields.
Welcome to Los Angeles Union Station. We have finally arrived from San Jose DIRIDON Station on a Coast Starlight to Los Angeles. train before was an hour and 6 minutes late. But now, it's the exact opposite. It's 19 minutes early to Los Angeles. Whew! The crew did do a pretty good job of getting the train to be going super fast.
On day 2, we took the Red Line subway system from our hotel to Thai Town. Thai Town is a 6-block wide area in East Hollywood. It is the only officially recognized Thai town in the United States. People come to Thai Town to buy their fancy foods and exotic desserts. Since the sweetness is my dad's #1 enemy, we only stop by to get some food. My dad picked the red spicy noodle, and I chose a crispy pork and barbecue. Once our tummies are full, we headed down to Union Station. Los Angeles Union Station is the main railway station in Los Angeles, California, and the largest railroad passenger terminal in the western United States. Opened in 1938, the Los Angeles Union Station serves several rail services from the Union Pacific, Santa Fe, and Southern Pacific Railroads into one single station. In terms of design and architecture, the Union Station combines of Art Deco, Mission Revival, and streamlined modernist styles, reflecting the history and architectural design of its home. Today, the station is a major transportation hub for Southern California, serving almost 100,000 passengers a day. It is by far the busiest train station in the western United States. There are 4 of Amtrak's long-distance trains that originate and terminate here at Los Angeles Union Station. That includes the Coast Starlight to Seattle, the Southwest Chief and Texas Eagle to Chicago, and the Sunset Limited to New Orleans. The state-supported Amtrak Pacific Surfliner regional trains run frequently to San Diego and also to Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo. The station is a major hub of the Metrolink commuter rail system and a major transfer point to several subway and light rail lines.
Right now, I am standing at the back of Union Station. The Texas Eagle has just arrived to Los Angeles Union Station. Metrolink trains have just been arriving in and out of Los Angeles all day long. Los Angeles Station really is one of the busiest train stations I've ever seen. Welcome to Los Angeles Union Station. Today we are riding the Coast Guard back to San Jose DIRIDON Station. In this trip we're going to see the wonderful sceneries of Santa Barbara's coastline and the mountain of San Luis Obispo. All packed up and ready to go? Then all aboard the Coast Starlight.
On the return trip, we were assigned to a last car on the very back of the train. Being at the back car is not so bad. At least you got the rear view, which no other car has. Well, I would say one more thing. They should really clean that window up. It's soot and dust everywhere. And every photographer knows that soot and dust does not make a great combo in photographing.
conductors will be towing around the train scanning your tickets. Please make sure those tickets are scanned before moving about the train. Back in coach, I started from business class and moved quickly through the train. Starting from the front, moving towards the back. Please just stay seated. Your ticket has been scanned. It's very important that we know you are on the train, both for safety reasons or manifested. Please, everybody that's on the train. And to make sure that if you have a return ticket, the ticket does not get canceled. It does make a whole world of things happen that your ticket gets canceled. So just make sure your ticket is scanned. It's very important we know you are on the train. We're going right through. It happens very quickly. If you have your tickets out and ready to be scanned, when I show up, with the hat on, coming down the aisle, make sure that ticket's out, ready, and available. Thank you.
Hello, attention, ladies and gentlemen. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Cafe Lounge Car will be open in about 2 minutes, folks. 2 more minutes, and I'll be ready for service. Cafe Lounge Car will be open in 2 more minutes. Folks, after you get those tickets scanned, after you get your tickets scanned, you can walk on the train. Come on down, have a drink, have an eat. We have those cheeseburgers and hot dogs, pizza, cheese, and pepperoni. We have Coca-Cola products. We have ice, beer, wine, spirits, and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have new shoes, have that mask covering your nose and mouth. Make sure that mask is covering your nose and mouth in order to be effective. No mask, no service. But the lounge car will be open in 2 minutes, so we'll see you then. I do want to remind you that bathrooms located downstairs in each coach car, each sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes group activities bathrooms to be clean and working for the entire trip. When you leave that restroom, someone has to use that toilet. Welcome aboard to Starlight. Final destination is the end.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zach in the dining car. Ladies and gentlemen, in a couple of minutes, we'll be going through the sleeping car accommodations and making lunch and dinner reservations. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the sleeping car, please have one member of your party in your sleeping car and
Shortly after leaving Union Station, we are greeting a local train switching its cars around a yard. Around Union Station, there are a lot of freight yards and depots. All international goods come here in Los Angeles, where they are then traveled on their way throughout the country. The local train here is just one teensy-weensy part of an example right here. A couple of minutes later, we find ourselves on a suburb area, and after coming out of the tunnel, we are finding ourselves outside of Los Angeles.
Okay, just sit in there? Okay, fine. Thank you. This gentleman behind you. Now your camera, bro?
What are we doing?
Yeah, they got a table over there. You can just...
Looking from the lounge car into the sea just makes you feel relaxed and carefree. It's just like we left the busy world behind. And I'm not the only one who thinks like this. Amtrak Coastal has a 350-mile track along the coastline. And these 350 miles of track are the privilege only to the Starlight passengers. This is what makes the Starlight the Starlight. And here comes the Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is a city on the central California coastline. It is home to the UC Santa Barbara, which is a public university that is ranked top 5 in science and engineering. In addition to the Surfliner, the Starlight also serves as a commuter rail line for college students and staff members. In fact, I have seen many college teens coming up and leaving. And guess what their favorite seat is? The lounge car. Here is our seat for the trip. Amtrak offers twice the legroom on the seats compared to the airlines. You can adjust the seat position and use the footrest to make it as comfy as you like.
Obispo. This is San Luis Obispo.
Finally, we arrive at San Luis Obispo. The train you see on the right is the Pacific Surfliner. San Luis Obispo is the extended terminal station of the Amtrak Surfliner. There are only 2 trips daily from Los Angeles Union Station to San Luis Obispo, one in the morning and one in the late afternoon. In this station, we will meet the southbound coast Starlight. And we must meet here because San Luis Obispo is the middle between Los Angeles and San Jose. Not to mention the track between San Luis Obispo to Paso Robles through the mountains is a mainly single-track line. It is more convenient for both trains to meet here at San Luis Obispo. Note that the northbound train always arrives before the southbound train. This is known as the holdout rule. The rule exists to ensure passenger safety. If the southbound train comes first, we would end up either blocking the train or trapping ourselves. Not to mention the safety for the passengers who are taking the train from or leaving the train to San Luis Obispo to cross the tracks while the other train is approaching. Now it's time to say farewell to the southbound coast Starlight and San Luis Obispo.
All right, dying crew, dying crew.
In this trip, we started out in old San Jose and took the train all the way through the heart of California's coastline and the steep rocks of the mountains of Paso Robles, all the way to the city of Angels. We later took the train back north and caught astounding pictures of border between land and sea and tunneled through the rocky cliffs back to San Jose. The trip from San Jose to Los Angeles may take 10 hours, and it is long when compared to a 6-hour road trip or the 1 hour and 30 minutes by plane. But you don't have to constrain yourself behind the wheel, nor being there 2 hours early and pay additional fee to get your bags onboarded. Not to mention that Amtrak's floating seat policy won't place you in the middle seat, but rather seeing you enjoy your coffee break at the lounge car. These hassle-free and comfy make you enjoy every last moment of the time being. In fact, instead of racing through your busy schedule, sometimes you just want to let time flow slow so you can enjoy the beauty. Isn't it a slow life what you seek at the end of your journey? Thank you for watching.
Safety coverings required on South train.